Everyone I know is afraid of failure. It's human nature. When we go outside of our comfort zone, we feel scared. When things don't go according to plan, we feel like we'll fail. When failure is feared so deeply, it can overshadow all motivation to succeed. So today I'm gonna explain to you how to overcome fear of failure so that you can enjoy success in your work and life. Tip number 1. Discover the source of your fear. Think about what might be the root cause of your negative beliefs. When you look at the main causes for a fear of failure, write down where you think the fear comes from and try to understand it as an outsider. If it helps, imagine you are trying to help one of your best friends. You may be afraid for a variety of reasons, like something that happened to you in your childhood or an insecurity you feel deeply. Once you identify the reason for the fear, it becomes less powerful. Tip number 2. Reframe beliefs about your goal. When you have an all or nothing mentality, sometimes you are left with nothing. You should have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish. However, you should also include learning new things in your goals. If you always aim for improvement and learning, you are much less likely to fail. Some companies actually encourage their employees to fail early and fail first. They encourage innovation and experimentation so that they can stay at the forefront. While they may fail a few times in their efforts to tell great stories, as long as they achieve their vision, they can grow from any setback. Tip number 3. Learn to think positive. Many times we believe what we tell ourselves. Our internal dialogue affects our actions. Our society is obsessed with success, but it's important to recognize that even the most successful people encounter failure. A newspaper once fired Walt Disney because they believed he lacked creativity. He later founded an animation studio that failed. He never gave up, and now Disney is a household name. If Disney had believed the negative feedback, he wouldn't have made it. So think positive thoughts about you and your situation instead of negative ones. Tip number 4. Analyze all possible outcomes. The uncertainty of what is to come is terrifying. Think carefully about the possible outcomes of your decision. Think about the best and worst case scenarios, because you should also consider how bad the worst case scenario is on a large scale of your life. There are times when you give situations more power than they deserve. In most cases, a failure is not permanent. If you have mentally prepared for what might happen, you will feel better. Tip number 5. Have a backup plan. It's always good to have a backup plan. There is no point in rushing to find a solution when the worst has already happened. As the old saying goes, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Having a backup plan helps you take calculated risks with more confidence. You may have applied for a grant for a project at work. In the worst case scenario, if you don't get the grant, are there other ways you could get the funds? There are usually several ways to address a problem. Therefore, a backup plan can help you reduce anxiety about possible failures. And last but not the least, ask 3 powerful questions. The best way to deal with failure is to ask oneself these 3 powerful questions. 1. What did I learn from this situation? 2nd, how can I grow as a person from this experience? And 3rd, what are 3 positive things about this situation? It may be hard for you to list 3 positive things about the failure at first. But if you stick with the exercise, before you know it, you will see a new opportunity that can come out of this failure. So to overcome fear of failure, we can start by discovering its source and reframing the way we think about it. The easier it is to overcome fear when failure is a chance for growth and you have considered all possible outcomes. Stay positive, have a backup plan, and always ask those 3 questions. You will learn from your failures instead of being humiliated by them. Failures can be blessings in disguise. Be bold in pursuing your dreams and long-term goals.